Championship DNA, competing in life and business.
How are you?
Wonderful, thank you.
What do you think about Rome?
I didn't expect all this. I didn't expect all
that.
this, but so far Rome has been fantastic. You can just walk in the streets, and just driving by, you can see the beautiful architecture and the history that really is here. So it's incredible what Rome has to offer.
It really is one of, well, the most ancient city probably, and one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And it's incredible how important this city is, in this country is, for the gaming and the betting world too. But we had some fun at the Melbet booth earlier on, and I want to get into some more serious questions. Not only serious questions, we're going to have also some funny questions, but start with some inspirational questions, because as we saw at the stand, there were like really hundreds of people there just for you, and a lot of young guys and girls too. And so I was thinking about your journey from wrestling to MMA and how inspiring that is, and how do you approach learning new skills, and what advice would you give to those looking to pivot their careers as you're doing right now?
I mean, it's that's a really good question, because I'm kind of in that position right now, and I have to take my own advice as well. One of the biggest things, especially with pivoting, is starting, because it's scary. If you're doing something and you're comfortable in it and it's been working, and then you get to a point where now you feel like I need to make a move, or it's not working as well anymore because times have changed or circumstances have changed, then it's like, I know I need to make a move, I need to make a pivot, but I'm afraid to, because this is all I've known. This is what I'm accustomed to now. And so it's just that fear. Most people won't start. Most people won't have that courage to just get going, to try something new. It may not work at first because it's different, but it's that courage to start that, and then the consistency to continue and carry it through. I think that's the most important. I mean, even with my career that I'm in right now, it's been the most important, because at first when I started, I wasn't the best, but I just stayed consistent with it, and over time and time again, it eventually came together.
It is really interesting what you're saying, especially about the fear of change, and how much our lives can change if we just consider to have more courage to step in, and that's also an inspiration for us all. Another question that I wanted to ask you, Kamaru, you faced numerous challenges in your career, and how do you maintain resilience? Now, it's a word we use a lot, maybe too much, resilience, but it is a value. And what mental strategies do you employ to overcome setbacks? Because also, when we find the courage and we do something, we step towards changing, but maybe things don't go the way we supposed to thought of.
Right. No, that's a good question as well. I don't think that word is overused, resilience. I think that's something that's really, it's a real human thing that we can't run from. You can't run from it. It's something that's going to be here. You try to run from it, we wipe everything away that you potentially need. Resilience is just that act of you not giving up, you not falling into the easy thing to do. Like we mentioned, just like we were talking about just now, is that courage to start. Is, of course, when you start something new, it's foreign, it's new. It might not come as easy to you, but you have to have the resilience to say, I'm going to be consistent here. I'm going to come back. I'm going to show up the next day and the next day and the next day until I become better at this. And so that word resilience, it's not overused. It's a word that is definitely necessary, because you have to have resilience in order to be successful in anything. And as you see it, and not just, this is new to me. being here and seeing all of these vendors, all of these platforms, I'm really grateful and to see what Melbet is doing right now and putting all of this together for me. It's incredible. So I'm truly grateful to be here.
Nice, and we are grateful to have you here because you're so really inspiring. Also, talking about consistency and really don't give up, even when things go down, resilience in that sense too. And as someone who has built a personal brand, because you have, what steps did you take to ensure authenticity and connect with your audience?
That's a good one too, because it's a tricky situation, because everybody, we all want financial freedom.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody here, would everybody here like to make more money? Show of hands, who doesn't want to make more money? Of course. And so that makes it difficult to make that decision for yourself of you're heading towards a place where you could make a lot more money. But if that just doesn't align with who you are or what you want to represent and what the message that you want to put out into the world, then that's kind of been the guiding light for me, is doing that. Because yes, of course, you could always make more money, but money comes and money goes. It does. It comes and goes. But that stain of who you stand for and what you stand for, that's really who you are. You know, we've all heard that phrase where they say, you are your last name. You are your name. So your name essentially is your brand. That's who you are. That's what you represent. And if people know that that's what you represent, then people now are divided on whether they can do business or do anything with you or not. And so that's kind of be the guiding light for me, is making sure it aligns with who I am as a person.
Okay, never forget that, who you are. And looking ahead, how do you plan to balance your athletic pursuits? We mentioned that a little bit earlier.
Also another tricky one.
Yeah, with your entrepreneurial ventures. And what legacy do you hope to leave to all your fans and your family too?
That's a great question. I think for me, you know what, this is a real one. It's a good one, because this is something that I am struggling with right now as well, because coming into the sport, it was just, I need to get to the gym. I need to train tomorrow. I need to train. Like, you're 100% in this sport, in this, what we do. And so there's not really downtime. There's not enough time to go to the Melbet booth and hang out with some of the fans from Melbet and all these, look at all these different vendors and companies. There really wasn't time for that, because I had a place where I was trying to get to in that sport. But then you get to that place, and then it's like, okay, now I'm here. What's next? What do I potentially pivot into? What could then get me to the next stage? What's next for me to do? And so right now I feel like I'm just starting to approach that spot to go, what's next? So that's why I have a little bit of time to be here, or else I would be home training right now.
Oh, and jet-lagged. If you were to design a fighting-themed slot game, we're here at the gaming fair, which unique feature would you incorporate to enhance player engagement? Unique feature.
A unique feature with player engagement is, obviously kind of giving them the option to kind of make that. Because a lot of different people have a lot of different, our brains are wired completely different. And you see it with even the sport of MMA. There's fighters fans that love the grappling aspect. And then there are fighters and fans that just love the knockout aspect. They love to see people get knocked out. It's weird. We all have a little connection with violence. It's weird. Everyone, it's sick to kind of say in a sense, but everyone kind of has this, where they love violence.
Yeah.
If I screamed, fight right now, everyone would get up and turn around and want to see the fight, right? It's like, everyone go where's the fight?
It's in human nature, I guess.
Human nature.
Yeah.
And so I would say giving the fans that option, their ability to pick what they
and
want.
so make it more personal.
Right.
Design it.
Designing it to where it's more personal, to where they can put their touch into it.
Yeah, it's a great tip. You should be in this business.
Sure I get a percentage.
Should be in this business. What parallels do you see between the strategic planning in MMA and the development of successful iGaming platforms? Ooh, this is a hard one, huh?
Well, I think it's with everything, you have to have a foundation. You have to make sure that you create that foundation that's going to kind of be the springboard into whatever avenue you want to go into, especially with some of these gaming companies. A lot of them have a really, really good base foundation with their platforms or with how they want to design. And then it's easier from there. And that's the thing with our sport. I came in with the foundation of wrestling. And for most people who don't know, with wrestling, what that gives you is the ability to control the real estate of the fight. And most people, if you look at a fight, if everyone's watching a fight, there's only 3 positions a fight could be in. We can both be standing, punching each other. That's one, which would be the neutral position. Or we're on the ground, this person's on top of me punching me, or switch. I'm punching them. So 67% of a fight takes place down on the floor. And with wrestling, I have the ability to control whether it goes there or it doesn't go there. And so if I get in a fight with somebody right now, I'm going to win 67% of the time. So just know that.
It's more than half. Melbet is global, and fighting has worldwide appeal, as we said. It's a human in human nature. From your experience traveling and competing internationally, how would you suggest localizing betting experiences for different regions while keeping the thrill universal?
Yeah, that's a good question. First and foremost, it's just partner with a brand just like Melbet. It was a great sponsorship because Melbet it's a global company, and I am not just a fighter. I am a fighter, of course. I reside in the United States and grew up there for the most part of my adult life.
Because let's remind you, you were born.
But I was born in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
And partially now as an adult, like most of us who have immigrated to certain or first generation from a different country, you start to understand kind of why your family or your parents made that move. And it's to give you maybe an opportunity that you otherwise might have not had where you were at. So with that being said, I still have that African connection. I still have that root. And of course, we know right now Africa is really big into the e-gaming and the e-sports, and of course the betting as well. And so I wanted to make sure that I was kind of aligned with a brand like Melbet that's going to give me that global appeal, that's going to make sure that they can reach not just people in just one area, but globally.
Globally.
Right.
That makes sense. A couple of questions and then we are done. Considering the rise of virtual sports, how do you envision the integration of fighting style simulations into the iGaming ecosystem? I think that's the right question for you.
It's a really interesting one because you can't really, this is not a sport, this is not a game to where you can really kind of just predict, yes, that team's gonna win or that team's gonna win. It doesn't really work like that. With what we do as fighting, it's one of those things that it's truly aligns with the heart and the spirit of gaming, because anything could happen. Anything could happen. So you could potentially hit big and win big, or you can think you're gonna win big and something happens. Obviously, I hate to even bring this up because I am the example, but a couple years ago, I was in line to have my 6th title defense and tie and break some records and all of these things. And I'm in the fight, and it's a fight that I was completely control of. 23 to 24 minutes of that fight, I'm in complete control, and there's a minute left, and I'm like, okay, this one's washed. There's people leaving the audience leaving the arena already because they're like, oh, the fight's over, he's won.
You're kidding me.
And then the kick heard around the world happens.
I love what
and
that
I
happens.
lose.
I love that.
And so that's why it
show.
aligns like the gaming and the betting platform align with fighting. It's truly one of those things that's exhilarating, and it gets every fan and everyone the thrill of participating.
Okay, suppose Melbet created a gamified experience where bettors could train their own virtual fighter based on your techniques. And that goes back to the answer on personalizing the games. What elements of your training and strategy would be essential for success?
Well, I just gave it away earlier. If I got into a scuffle with someone right now, 67%, I have a 67% chance of winning. Maybe a little more, I'll let you decide, give or take. But I have about a 67% chance of winning. So right there, I'm already giving the secret away if Melbet decides to do this. Because, of course, I would want to integrate the wrestling and the grappling aspect, because then I control majority of the fight. Because 2/3 of the positions of a fight is in the grappling exchange. And so I control that already. So I would say that would be the base foundation to start with.
Fantastic. I love these guys. What do you think? This guy is amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Because you know what? In a world like this, we need more and more heroes. That's what we need. Good heroes with good messages. And I want to end up with some funny questions now.
Right, let's do it.
Okay. Who would win? Kamaru versus 10 Kamaru clones trained by yoga instructors.
One of me or 10 of me trained by yoga instructors?
I could just see them like,
Well, if they're trained by yoga instructors, I don't know how much experience they have in fighting. So I would say one of me. I'm knocking out 10 guys that do yoga. I'm sorry.
All right, another one. Who hits harder? Your last opponent, an alarm clock, or bad Wi-Fi?
Bad Wi-Fi. Let's be honest.
That's awful, isn't
If you
it?
don't have Wi-Fi in your house nowadays, you can't do anything.
It's terrible.
So I would say Wi-Fi for sure.
Wi-Fi. Always be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early forever? I mean, which one? Always be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early?
I know,
forever.
it sounds easy. This sounds like an easy question, but it's really not. Because let's be honest, and now being in the business world, of course, everyone, we love to be on time. You want to be on time, but when they really care about you, they care whether you're there. So 10 minutes late doesn't hurt. To let them, they want to wait a list for 10 minutes. So when you get in, you get to business, you get out on time. But personally, I would like to be 20 minutes early.
Yeah.
Personally, that's what I would pick. But
that's a hard fight.
it's a hard one. It's a hard
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. Okay. Now, other few with our Nigerian nightmare. 3 random objects in the octagon. Okay, so in the octagon, and you can bring 3 random objects. What do you bring?
3 random objects. Brass knuckles.
Oh, wow, that hurts.
Hey, it's fighting, right? Brass knuckles. Zip tie.
Zip tie.
And brass knuckles, zip tie, some ice cream.
Ice cream. What are you going to do with that?
Brass knuckles, knock them out, zip tie, keep them tied up, and ice cream to celebrate after.
I love that. So, tag team with any celebrity, okay? Who's your partner?
Tag team with any celebrity.
Any celebrity, you can choose. Who'd you want?
Well, it depends. What are we doing? Are we hanging out? Are we potentially fighting zombies? Are we fighting people? Because if that's the case, I would have to go with the heavyweight champion right now.
All right.
I would have to say Tom Aspinall, maybe Francis Ngannou.
Okay, that sounds good.
Or Usyk, Alexander Usyk. Yes.
Okay, one last question for you, Kamaru. And this, we get back to the serious one. If you had one piece of advice for everyone here, fighters, marketers, betting bosses, what would it be? A final advice.
One piece of advice that, and I think we touched on this earlier, is consistency, the power of consistency. A lot of things tie into consistency. Of course, when you pivot, it's scary to pivot and go into a new direction, but that's okay. As long as we do it, you just pivot, go into that direction. You can be scared. You can be as scared as you want to be scared. But each day that you wake up, that consistency of just showing up and trying, each day, just showing up and trying. This was a saying that I heard when I was growing up is, you can do anything wrong, but if you do it long enough, you're going to get good at doing it wrong. And it doesn't matter what it is. You do it long enough, consistently, you're going to improve. And so for me, and I say this even now to my little brother, I say this to kind of young fighters when they ask me for advice, and I say this to them, is consistency is the only way to measure your progress. Because if I show up every day and I do something different, I don't know, it could have been a good day today, it could have been a good day next week for that particular thing that I did. But if I'm showing up and consistent with what I'm doing each and every day, that's the only way really for me to measure the progress, because I know how well and how bad I did yesterday, and I know how well and how good I'm doing today. So I would say consistency.
It's a great advice for everyone, especially for the younger ones that they get discomfort, but consistency. You fall, you go on. It's consistency that makes you go on. I love that. I love that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. Thank you so much. You really are a true hero for everyone here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Yeah, of course.
If we have some more time for your fans to have some
absolutely.
pictures. Okay, I want one picture with you though.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so somebody else can come and have pictures with our legend here. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.